Hello, my name is Martin. I am a 20-year-old, 6 foot, 190-pound soldier in the Army, but I am not just any old soldier. I am a soldier with a difference. I am a private, with special needs, and because of this I have a support assistant with me all the time in the Army, just like I used to have when I was at school.
Hello, my name is Silvia. I am a 5 foot 4 inch, 45-year-old mother of 2, and I am Martin's support assistant in the Army. Every day I help Martin with his regular duties like washing and polishing his boots, doing the drill, other physical or team exercises, and most of all, I always ensure that Martin is kept out of danger.
It is always nice to have Silvia with me, and I would feel very uncomfortable without her. Because of Silvia, my sergeant knows that he is not to shout at me when I get things wrong, and must always make allowances for me. My sergeant knows that I need more time and help in learning all my duties, and there are some things that I simply cannot cope with and have to be excused from.
Last Tuesday we had a scandal that fortunately I was able to sort out. Martin's usual sergeant was off sick and our training session was covered by the sergeant of our neighboring platoon. At one stage when I had to go out for a comfort break, this covering sergeant, called Sergeant Watkins, yelled at Martin because his uniform had dirty marks on it and called him a stupid cow. When I walked back and I found that Martin was crying, and after he explained to me what had happened, I immediately called for a meeting with Sergeant Watkins and his superior and explained that you are not to speak to Martin like that. I explained that the nature of Martin's disability makes it harder for him to learn and he needs more patience and to have allowances made for him.
With this in mind, many people may wonder why I ever joined the Army in the first place. Well, the simple answer is to continue the family tradition. My family has a very strong relationship with the military, and I come from a line of at least 12 generations of ex-servicemen, so there was enormous pressure for me to join. I was very worried about joining the Army at first, and I suggested I would have to have a support assistant with me, just like I had at school. Because of my family's relationship with the armed forces, they agreed that I could have one.
Because of Martin's special needs, he has been excused from participating in the conflicts in both Iraq and Afghanistan, and has been kept out of danger. He just wouldn't be able to cope.
Occasionally, I get picked on by the other soldiers for having Silvia with me. However, that doesn't bother me because I would be totally uncomfortable without her. Silvia always explains to them and anyone who needs to know that I have special needs, and most people will eventually get the message.
Although Martin may not fit into the Army's stereotypical tough guy image, I actually think he's the toughest of all the soldiers, because by having a middle-aged woman like me hanging around him all the time, it makes him look like a fool to the other soldiers, and yet he is able to thrive on it, day in, day out. I see Martin as a role model for a new type of soldier in a new type of army.
Silvia.
Yes, Martin.
Too heard my bunch of troops might be deployed to Iran next month.
Don't worry, Martin. You don't have to go if you don't want to.